Take the best characters from Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, and beyond. Put them together in the same room, and what do you think they're going to do? Why, obviously, they're going to brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is the latest in the Super Smash Bros. Series and is available exclusively for the Nintendo Wii console. The game doesn't stray too far from the usual series formula, however, what Brawl adds to the mix makes this more than the best game in the series. Combining 35 different characters with 41 different stages to battle on, the possibilities are absolutely endless. Combine that with all new items and new modes to play, and Brawl is one game you'll find yourself coming back to for a long time. Unlike traditional fighting games, Super Smash Bros. Uses a system where you have to increase the amount of damage done to your opponent's damage meter. The higher the percent value of the meter, the easier it is to send your opponent flying. If you're able to knock an opponent off stage, that results in a KO. During gameplay, the different stages have various effects that can drastically alter gameplay, such as the kart racers on the Mario Kart stage. Some have simple background stages like Battlefield change from day to night. Items will randomly appear during the battles that can be used to help give you an advantage against your opponents. The items are taken from a multitude of Nintendo games and include, but are not limited to, Super Mushroom from the Mario series, Heart Container from The Legend of Zelda, Pokeball from Pokemon, or even a Screw Attack power-up from Metroid. Items also have been specially created for the series, such as the Beam Sword, Motion Sensor Bomb, and of course the Team Healer. Items either appear on their own or will have to be broken out of crates, barrels, or any other random objects that you'll find during each match. One thing that Brawl adds to its predecessors lack is a story mode entitled the Subspace Emissary. Similar to the adventure mode from Super Smash Bros. Melee, the game plays as a side-scrolling platformer featuring most of the game's playable characters. Starting out as a battle between Mario and Kirby, things immediately get hairy as the battleship Halberd flies above the arena, dropping below it an army from the dimension known as Subspace. From here, the story starts as the characters fight their common enemies and try to determine who is behind the Subspace army and their attempt to draw the world into subspace. The story is told through non-voice cutscenes and primarily by the characters' actions and body language. However, it still does a good job of getting at least the most basic storyline across. The more detailed storyline of the game you'll either have to look up online or pay extremely close attention to while playing. This, as well as the repetitiveness of a lot of the levels throughout the story mode, are minor flaws, but it really doesn't take away from the overall experience of playing through the story. If the Subspace Emissary didn't fulfill your solo brawling needs, then Brawl provides plenty of other single-player modes to challenge your abilities to their very best. Classic mode returns from the very first game of the series, redefined and revamped for Brawl. You'll fight through each stage, taking on competitors from each world, with the characters chosen randomly so your path is never the same twice. The trek will also include specialty matches, such as a team match with a randomly selected partner, a match against a metal opponent, or even matches against giant opponents. Special events have also been put together where you'll brawl in a specific scenario and have to complete certain conditions in order to win. Special co-op events are also in the game, just in case you have a friend who wants to join you. If that still isn't enough, Stadium Mode returns from Melee, where you complete multiple levels of target smashing to see how quickly you can break a series of targets, enter a home run contest, and knock Sandbag as far as you possibly can, or combat the mysterious Fighting Alloy team in either a timed match or take on 100 of them at once. Brawl is definitely an amazing game to play if you have multiple gamers in the room and need something to do. Multiplayer is where this game absolutely shines. Up to 4 players can compete against each other to see who's the last man standing. Combatants can either be human or AI controlled, so 4-man brawls are still possible even if it's just you and a buddy of yours. Any combination of items can be selected for use in the Brawl for an item-specific match or a straight-up battle with no distraction. Special Brawl returns with maximum customization to give your matches even more added insanity. Want everyone to breathe fire for the whole match? Done. How about making everybody invisible? Done. Maybe you want everyone to have a set HP limit instead of a damage meter? Done. So what if you have 8 people who want to play but can't think of a system for even rotation? Super Smash Bros. Brawl has you covered. Name implementation for Melee returns to help keep each individual brawler's stats recorded. The new rotation mode designs either a win or lose or swap out mode and lets you know who is next in line for Brawl. Rotation is for up to 16 players. Don't feel like rotating or have more than 16 brawlers waiting? Try your hand in the updated Tourney mode. Tourney mode allows for up to 32 player bracket in an elimination style tournament to see who is the best brawler of them all. One new addition to Brawl that really sets it apart from the previous games in the series is the addition of the new Final Smashes. Final smashes are triggered by destroying a smash ball when one appears during the battle. The smash ball will fly around the stage until a player breaks it open. The player will then, in turn, give off a multicolored aura with their eyes glowing gold. When in this state, the player can activate the final smash at any time by pressing B. Final smashes are different for each character, less with a few either the same or similar effects. Some, like Link's Triforce Slash, need to be aimed or else the attack will miss. Others, like Ness's PK Starstorm, can be activated immediately and without fear of going to waste. So what, dare I ask, is better than unleashing your most powerful attacks on your friends? What about taking your skills online against the world? That's right, for the first time in the series, Brawl offers online play against other players using the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. Battle with your friends, or take your skills into a public match to find out if you truly are the best. On top of the numerous modes of gameplay and near infinite replayability, it has to be said that this game looks and sounds amazing. The levels are presented in amazing detail with exciting visual effects. The backgrounds of the levels have even been redefined, so easily recognizable locations such as Delfino Plaza look even better than the games they were originally in. Even the returning stages from Melee look better in Brawl. Final Smashes display some of the best visuals this game has to offer. You can just see the power the players putting into it to execute the move. The game's soundtrack includes some impressive original scores combined with a huge assortment of tracks from Nintendo's history. Some tracks are taken straight from the games they're from, while others are remixed and rearranged, specifically for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. You can even customize how often each song appears on each level using the in-game My Music feature, giving you a large amount of control over what you want to listen to when you send your opponents flying off an edge. Now, with all that said and done, there are some minor flaws in the game, some more annoying than others, but none that really take too much away from the overall experience. Some of the Final Smashes could have had a little bit more thought put into them. For instance, Fox, Falco, and Wolf all have the exact same Final Smash, the Landmaster. Other characters with identical Final Smashes include Link and Toon Link and Ness and Lucas. Although it's true that these characters have, for the most part, identical movesets, there should at least have been a change in the Final Smash to give them a little more variation. The main problem with Brawl, however, is the online setup. You'd think that now that Smash Bros. Finally has online play, nothing will be able to compete with it, right? You're sadly mistaken. For online play, each taunt only gives you a custom phrase that goes along with it. However, that is the absolute only communication between you and your friends. There's no text communication, no voice communication, absolutely nothing. Combine that with the hoops you have to jump through in order to add a friend on Brawl, you may find it easier just to go to their house to play, even if they just happen to live across the country. Public matches are even worse. If they didn't tell you that you were playing with actual players, you'd think you were playing with nothing more than computer-controlled bots. In conclusion, however, Brawl is easily the best Wii game to date. Infinite multiplayer replayability combined with amazing visuals and an extremely diverse soundtrack. On top of that, an expansive story mode with tons of solo objectives make this a game you'll be coming back to again and again. I give Brawl 5 out of 5.